Hey, don't mess with my screen. I hate when people mess with my screen. Um, Somebody takes over on your rover pool and they know a little bit about the GPS and they want to screw with your screen and make adjustments. I always tell them, do not mess with my screen. A lot of times I forget how to get back to get my information stuff back, so I don't like people messing with it. Don't let them change your don't let them change your screen. Okay, you can view this any way you want. Clicking around here if you didn't know. What I see on these panels, this is the way I like it. I like my plan view here. You can maximize the screen this way and hide those features. And you have your, I keep my information panel up and my 3D screen viewer up. And these are the reasons why I have this the way I have it. You can do it however you like. There are ways to change this around a bit. Your info bar up here, I don't like a whole lot of information on there because when you're depending on what mode you're in, you're going to have to scroll this over to see the hidden information. Okay, that's why I keep when I'm in specific mode. That's why I bring up this window. I keep this certain information in here. This is just what was on my deal right now, but um, how you have it configured however you want it. But that's the reason why I keep this information panel is because I don't want this all cluttered up here. Okay. Now this bottom one, I don't think you can. You might. Let me check. Information panel. Yeah. See, it won't let you select. You can't have two information panels. You can't have duplicates. So it makes you select one of the other options. Okay. I already have plan view. I like 3D Surface Viewer. I don't use it that often, but I do like it. My information panel obviously is there. That leaves me with light bar, cross section, and e-bubble. Cross section, unless you're in a specific mode, that's pretty much what you're going to see all the time. Let's go to light bar. Light bar for me, that's just kind of redundant to have that in there. I use my cut fill, so I don't need that. That leaves me with e-bubble. Okay. The reason why I don't use e-bubble, I thought it was cool at first. There was some instances where and I still run into this periodically, where you got to set your tablet on the ground and you need to put your stick up on a wall or something, and you can't see the bubble. It is kind of handy to be able to see your bubble and know that you're plumb and put that up there. But the reason why it's more of an annoyance to me is, for one, if I'm usually trying to get that accurate, I usually switch to the total station anyway. But mainly because of two reasons. Well, one reason. The first one is not really a big deal. You have to calibrate it. You have to make sure that the antenna is rotated in the right direction for the bubble to work correctly. That's not a big deal, but my stick is never the same all the time, and it just seems like it's always out just a little bit. Okay, but the biggest annoyance to me is this interior circle right here. If I'm doing topos, generally topos are not that critical that you have to have it so plumb like that. And if you're outside of this line, if you're touching that line or you're outside of that line, you can see it turns red periodically there. If it does that when you're walking around and you're taking hundreds of shots with a topo or for a topo, it's going to give you an error message that, basically telling you that your stick's not plumb. You can accept that. It's not a big deal. But the issue is it's going to do it almost every time because you're very rarely going to get it happen to just, uh, take the shot when it's plumb. And what's going to happen is it's going to make you press the button multiple times to accept that error and take the shot. So that's pretty much the reason why I don't use it. It's just not worth it to me to mess around with it. And if I really do need it, it's just as simple as doing that and bringing it up. Just click on here, bring up eBubble. And if you're already calibrated and everything, then it shouldn't be a big deal. You're already ready to go. Okay. Um, your info bar here, Oh, and you can access these settings. So you can access these settings here, which is the simplest way. Or if you don't want to rotate, if you want to change this screen for whatever reason, if you don't want to swap it and then change it here, or if you just want to see them all at one time, you can go to this gear symbol and go to panel display, and then you can choose what you see out of those options. Okay, going back to the info bar, the settings, the way you change that is a little bit different. You go over to these settings here, and you'll come down till you see info bar panel, and you're going to have your information bar and your information panel. Now on your info bar, you're going to have the option to have it at the top, the bottom, or hidden. And then it's just basically as simple as selecting what you want to see or unselecting what you don't want to see. And it works the same way on both sides. But that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to change the configuration around a little bit. But with my thing is, I don't like changes on my screen. I don't like people messing with it. If somebody takes your tablet, just tell them, do not change your shit. That's pretty much it.